Most of my friends have a lot of game consoles such as Switch, Xbox, PlayStations, and they need a screen. But what if I just want to display them into a handheld device? Streaming, as most of my friends know, its latency is pretty high. It's all about your home network. Most of people's network at home is Wi-Fi 5G or 2.4G network. So is there a way to have a handheld device that is able to display all game consoles and you can switch easily between them and play games on it? Actually, the lowest latency you would have is from the millimeter wave technology. First, let's take a look into it. It can be a 1080p resolution switch with a dock, and it is no longer 720p which the switch gives. It can be turned into a switch deck. Of course, turning it into a Wii U is not bad. And ta-da! This device is the millimeter wave handheld game console by PeakDo. Let's see what's in the box. We got the manual, a screen protector, and the main unit. Let's take it out and have a look. The whole thing was wrapped in a plastic bag, and it is pretty like a switch. Underneath is the millimeter wave transmitter. It is a metal texture. This is the HDMI interface. On the side is the pairing button, which is already paired, and this requires a 5-volt power supply. Look what's in the box. It's a variety of cables. Let's take a look at the main unit. The screen is 7 inches. On the top is the on and off button. There is a menu button that allows us to adjust the brightness of our screen. Headphone jack or microphone jack. Cooling vent, and USB port, video input for mini HDMI. Let's move on to the back. This is the holes for the ventilation. This is the receiving end for the millimeter wave signals. Here is the PeakDo logo along with some detailed information about the device at the bottom. The resolution of the screen is 1080p, 500 nits of brightness, 97% NTCS, comes with a 30-watt PD fast charger. The whole thing has a 7000 mAh battery. On the sides are the slides for the controllers, and there are no ports at the bottom, but with 2 speakers. The machine can be used with the Switch Joy-Cons. Now let's try it with the Switch controllers. Now to give you an idea of how it works, this is the transmitter, and there cannot be any obstacles in between the transmitter and the machine to block any signals, such as human walking or a concrete wall. So I would suggest adding a very long extension cord and putting it onto a higher place such as our ceiling. Now let's take a look at connecting it to different consoles. Let's take a look at the Switch first. Its latency is very low. It's less than 2.5 milliseconds, basically imperceptible. You can see that the whole process there is no delay. Let's play it with the Steam Deck. As you know, it is pretty heavy, especially if you're holding it for a long time. But this machine body is just over 300 grams, so it is more comfortable to play with. And it is connected by the mmWave, so basically there's no latency. Can't say there isn't, but imperceptible. See here, it is recognized as the Joy-Con controller. And the next up is the Wii U. Actually, any console with HDMI video output can be connected to this handheld game device. Now the Joy-Con is connected to the Wii U. Let's try it with Mario. Of course, this handle can be used for 2 players. Wouldn't that make it a Wii U Pro? Let's compare it to the Switch. Looking at it this way, do you think they are both Switch OLEDs? Let's compare them like so. They looked very similar in terms of length and size. They also have the same screen size, but PeakDo is 1080p whereas the Switch is only 720p. The Switch screen is OLED and the PeakDo is the LCD IPS screen. The thickness are basically the same as that of a Switch OLED. So you can use it with the Switch OLED cases on it too. Next, I will show you how much they weigh. The Switch OLEDs weigh at 435.4 grams. And looking at the PeakDo device again, it's 385.1 grams. To wrap this up, a device that can display all these consoles is very nice indeed. What do you guys think?